All right, so today we are going to work on creating a virtual Meet the Teacher. This could be used if your school ends up not doing a Meet the Teacher night. You could link this out to your parents. This could go on a website. You could put this in Google Classroom for any future reference that you want to. This can have a variety of different sources that students can find. It can kind of be a fun way to dress up a syllabus for like a secondary classroom, or just to have a place for parents to access during the school year. So, what I'm going to actually start with is I'm going to create a virtual classroom for my background. All that I'm going to do is I'm going into Google and I searched for classroom background, and you're going to get a bunch of different options. Once you discover the one that you want, it depends on the type that it is. This one that I found, I had to go in and I joined this TES and I was able to download it. And so then I saved it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my presentation. When you open up a Google slide, it starts with the click to add title and then the subtitle. I want mine to be without text boxes on it. So I'm going to go to layout. I'm going to choose blank so that there's nothing on my slide at all. Then I'm going to actually make this a background instead of inserting it as an image. If you've ever inserted an image into Google or into really anything, once you insert the image, you can move the image anywhere on the screen. And what I don't want to have happen is I don't want, it to get moved somewhere I don't want it. Or if somebody else has editing rights, they could move the image around, and I want everything to stay where I want it. So I'm going to make this a background. Now, whenever I do this, I'm going into image. And for this, I need to upload it because it's on my desktop where I saved it. So here is my classroom. So I'm going to open it up. Whenever I do this, I just want to hit done. If I do add to theme, this background is going to come up on every single slide that I create from here on out on this presentation. I only want it on this one page, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So I'm going to hit done. So here's my classroom. The next thing that I like to do is I like to add a Bitmoji. Now, your Bitmoji, typically you need to go to an app on your phone. That way you can customize your Bitmoji to make it look like you. Once you have that created, you can actually on Chrome, you can do an extension, a Bitmoji extension. And from there, I'm going to click on my Bitmoji. If you type in the word pose, it gives you all of the Bitmojis that don't really have text. And I'm going to find the one that I want in the front of my classroom. And so you can kind of have fun with it, whichever one you want to. Let's do the waving one. And I'm going to save it. Okay, so it is now saved. In order to use my Bitmoji, I'm going to insert this as an image uploaded from my computer. So here is my Bitmoji. And so here I am. So I can have myself standing in the front of the room waving hello. And so whenever my students get on, that's what they will see. I'm going to put a text box right here that says, "Welcome to Ms. Schwartz's 4th grade class." So I can go in then and I can edit everything. Remember, you can choose more fonts from there. You can make it look however you want. You can customize it, center it, whatever you want to do. This is your classroom to do with what you want. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to add a slide, and I want it to be another blank slide. Now, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my Meet Mrs. Schwartz. This will be the slide where it tells about me. I'm going to change my background. Once again, for this, I'm going to just Google search here. I'm searching like my favorite color just so it has like a personalized touch to it. I'm going to choose this and insert it. Again, I only want to choose done. If I do add to theme, it will change the background of every single slide, including the one I just did, which would be really frustrating. So I'm going to hit done. So now what I can go in and do is I can make this customized as well. I can go in and change the background so it kind of looks like it has a banner. I can put lines around it, and I can make them really thick and kind of fun. I can change the font color. So however you want to customize it, I usually like to center everything, and then you can tilt it. So just kind of have fun with it. See what it works for you, because there's not a right or wrong answer to customizing this, obviously. Now, one thing that I figured out whenever I was creating this is I like to make a back to classroom, and I'm going to have this as an interactive button. I'll show you what that means here in just a moment, but it was really useful. So I'm going to create this just so you can see it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. And I'm actually going to move it because earlier I had some issues with it. Okay. When I go back to my first slide, this will be the main classroom slide that the students would have access to. I'm going to make pieces of this interactive. So I'm going to click on myself, and I'm going to do an insert link. I want my Bitmoji, when clicked on, to be interactive. And I want my presentation to go to slide 2, and I want students to be able to learn about me. So I'm going to apply that, and I'll show you what this does. And actually, I'm going to move this because I'm going to want my computer. Okay. Seems kind of short. It's fine. All right, so I'm going to present, and I want to show you what that looks like. So whenever you're in my presentation, if you click anywhere on the screen, it just moves you forward. However, if I'm presenting and I click on myself, it'll take me to my Meet the Teacher page. The reason that I had this button added is because if I don't, then they have to exit the slideshow and go back to the beginning every single time, which is really frustrating. So I'm going to click on the text box. Again, I'm going to insert a link, and I want it to just go back to slide 1. So I'll show you what that does. So I'm going to present. I'm going to click on myself, learn about me, and when I'm ready, I can go back to the classroom, and it takes me here. So I'm going to add a few more slides in just so you can see. One thing that I did is I made my computer interactive as well, like the little computer icon that's right here. I'll show you what I did. So on background is I had it zoom in to where it looks like it's on like computer desktop. All right, so what this looks like is I want it to show my computer screen so that it looks like they're looking at it. Again, do not add to theme, just hit done so it doesn't change all your pages. On here, I can insert things like I did Epic. So I've received I've found images that go with the different apps that the students use. And then I'm going to put them on the desktop like it would look on your computer. And then what I ended up doing is I created a blank page. I went in and actually got a screenshot of, let's do recent. I took a screenshot of my Epic login like this. I'm going to go in and crop it to get rid of all the extra that's around it so that it doesn't look cluttered, I guess. And so I can zoom in a little bit more, and I'll show you why. So there are my sign-in instructions. So if a parent doesn't know how to sign in, they can go here, they can get the instructions, they can get my class code, whatever they need to have. All right, so I'm going to show you what this does. I'm going to copy and paste this because I want this option on all of my pages. And I'm also, for this, I'm going to create a back to computer. Yeah. And I'm going to link it. And I want to look, so my computer is on slide 3, which I discovered for this. Let me move it up here. For this, what I have to do, and I'm going to remove that so that I can add it again. All right. So there's slide 3. I'm going to apply it. So now what's going to happen is this, and I'll show you. All right, so I go into my presentation. I'm going to present. Oops, hang on. I forgot to do one critical step. I don't have my computer linked. So whenever I click on it, there's nothing there. I'm going to show you how I do this in a way that you can't necessarily tell it's clickable, but you could. You could do a text box, and I can put click here to give directions. Or if you want to, like if you have older students, it's kind of fun to make it a scavenger hunt, like they don't know what is clickable. And so whenever someone clicks on this, they are going to go to slide 3. Okay, now I will do this. So present. You can click on me to go to my About Me. Go back to the classroom. If I click on the computer screen, it takes you to my computer screen. I can click on Epic, and then it goes into the instructions to log in. I can go back to the computer or back to my classroom from there. So that is how I can make it interactive. You can have this linked to web pages. You can have it linked to images. You can have it linked to other documents within your folders. So however you want to do that in order to make this more personalized to you.